welcome again.
The Maasai are a semi-nomadic ethnic group native to Kenya and northern Tanzania, known for their distinctive culture, dress and deep-rooted traditions. They are among the most recognized and iconic peoples of East Africa. The Maasai people are a Nilotic ethnic group. They belong to the larger family of Eastern Nilotes, whose ancestors are believed to have originated in the Nile Valley region of South Sudan around the 15th century. Between the 15th and 18th centuries, the Maasai groups migrated southwards through the Rift Valley, driven by population pressures, search for new grazing lands and possibly conflicts with neighboring groups. By the 17th and 18th centuries, the Maasai had reached their present homelands in Kenya and Tanzania. At their peak in the 19th century, Maasai territory was vast and included the fertile lands around the Great Rift Valley and central highlands of Kenya, before later being reduced by disease, drought and colonial land appropriation. They remained distinct from many neighboring peoples because they resisted assimilation, holding on to their dress, language, ma and customs despite colonial and modern pressures. The Maasai traditionally rely on cattle as the center of their economy and a way of life. Cattle provide food, status, and are central to ceremonies and customs. They speak the Ma language, but also often speak Swahili and English. Visually, the Maasai are known for their colorful shukas, cloaks, intricate beadwork, and distinctive hairstyles, which vary by age and gender. Despite modernization, many Maasai continue to uphold their traditional lifestyle, although some have integrated aspects of modern society such as schooling and business. The Maasai warriors, also known as Morans, are a central and respected part of Maasai society. Traditionally, they are the defenders of the community, charged with protecting their people, cattle, and land from threats such as wild animals or rival groups. Becoming a warrior is a major rite of passage for young Maasai men. This transition involves a series of ceremonies, including circumcision, after which boys enter the Moran stage. During this time, they live together in warrior camps, train in endurance, survival and fighting skills, and learn tribal traditions. This period can last several years. Historically, killing a lion was considered a sign of bravery and manhood, though this practice is now discouraged due to conservation efforts. Morans are also known for their courage, discipline and loyalty to the community. Visually, warriors are striking, often wearing red shukas with elaborate beadwork, ochre-dyed hair, and carrying spears or rungu, wooden clubs. While modern life is changing some aspects of Maasai life, the warrior tradition still holds powerful symbolic value, representing strength, honor, and identity among Maasai people. Traditionally, the Maasai were not only warriors but also raiders, a practice that played a significant role in their culture and way of life. Cattle were and still are the core of Maasai wealth, social status and survival. As such, cattle raiding, the act of stealing livestock from neighboring communities, was historically seen not as theft, but as a rite of passage, a way to prove bravery and means of expanding wealth and influence. Young Maasai Morans, warriors, were trained for this role from a young age, learning how to track, ambush and navigate tribal territories. Raids were carefully planned, often carried out under the cover of a night, and required courage, strength and strategic skill. Success in a raid elevated a warrior's status within the community. However, these raids sometimes led to conflict with neighboring groups, such as the Samburu, Kikuyu or Kamba, and could result in cycles of retaliation and violence. As colonial and modern governments established laws and borders, raiding became illegal and discouraged, though it still occasionally occurs in some areas due to long-standing rivalries and economic pressures. The Maasai jumping dance, known as the Adumu, is one of the most iconic cultural traditions of the Maasai people. Key features of the Adumu: vertical jumping. Young Maasai men, Morans, stand in a circle and one by one step forward to jump straight up and down, keeping their bodies stiff and heels rarely touching the ground. Competition of strength. The higher the warrior jumps, the more respect he gains. It shows strength, vitality and readiness as a protector of the community. Singing and chanting. While one warrior jumps, the others sing deep rhythmic chants. The sound often alternates between the groups and the lead singer. Ornamentation. Warriors usually wear their traditional red shuka robes, beadwork and sometimes carry spears or staffs, making the performance visually striking. Social role. Beyond being a show of energy, it is also a form of courtship. Young women watch and admire the warrior's skill, stamina and attractiveness. If you have noticed, some Maasai women shave their heads bald. Believe it or not, it's a symbol of beauty. In Maasai culture, a clean-shaven head is considered beautiful and elegant. It emphasizes their beadwork, jewelry and brightly colored attire. Also practicality. Living in the hot, dry savanna, shaving the head helps women stay cool and maintain hygiene. Cultural identity. Hair is not seen as the main marker of beauty, unlike in many other cultures. Instead, the Maasai highlight beadwork, attire and posture. Life stages and ceremonies. Women often shave their heads during important life transitions, such as marriage ceremonies, to symbolize leaving one stage of life and entering another. Shaving can also be done during rituals of mourning, as a sign of respect and renewal. Contrast with warriors. Young Maasai warriors, Morans, grow their hair long and style it with ochre as a mark of strength and warriorhood. In contrast, women and elder men usually keep their heads shaven, creating a visual distinction between social roles. This concludes my short introduction to Maasai culture for now. If you are interested in more, you better visit Kenya or Tanzania yourself and experience it firsthand.
December 28th, and a long, eventful day. Got some notes here, what to talk about. So, Amboseli, a safari, it's different from Masai Mara. The difference is, Amboseli, it feels like it's more like for birding. There are elephants, quite a lot of them. Some ostriches, gazelles, so wildebeests. I don't know why I didn't see them in Masai Mara, in zebras. However, there are no rhinos, for example, and no leopards. There are lions, but we haven't met. It's kind of a swampy area, I mean, a part of it at least. Interestingly, quite a lot of pied kingfishers. Very cute, like black and white kingfisher. In any case, from Amboseli you can see Mount Kilimanjaro. It's quite a huge one. It's like towering on top of clouds, and it's covered with snow. So if you have a good zoom, you can see all the snowy hills, slopes on Mount Kilimanjaro. It's cool. It's in the border between Kenya and Tanzania. Now, hotel itself, this Kibo Safari Camp, it's kind of a teeming with birds. So many birds. I've never seen birds like this before, like a lot. Interestingly, we got surprise visit by mongooses. Heard a lot of strange noises at night. I heard hyena at night, but I haven't seen an Amboseli. People say they're there, but no luck. Other thing in Amboseli, maybe it's because there was no rain, but it's extremely dusty. It's like all my lenses and cameras were covered with a layer of dust. Everything was exposed in Safari Mobile because the roof and the windows were open. Dust everywhere. I had to use the sand brush, beach sand brush, but still a lot of things are dusty. So keep in mind, don't wear some black or white, well, I don't know, like beige, like me now. He will get really dusty here in Amboseli. And in the end, it feels like I'm overeating here in Africa, even though I had a plan to eat less, but it looks like my guide is afraid of skipping lunches. And I don't know. So anyway, buffet 3 times a day. Hotel food, all included. So back in Singapore, I'll have to have some mini cut, some diet. Otherwise, so many calories, even though I'm burning them during safari. But you pretty much, most of the time, you're sitting on your butt. You are not like walking around. So what you are burning, it's unclear. Are you burning anything at all? It's just you probably won't feel perfectly well after sitting for too long, but what to do, it's safari. So tomorrow morning, straight to the train station and 4 hours on train to Mombasa, and there will be another gate. I will have at least another safari in Shimba Hills. It's kind of a, they say it's a rainforest. Well, if Masai Mara is like savanna, Amboseli, it's kind of a grasslands or something, I don't know, it's very different. And by the way, Lake Nakuru is like extremely different. It's like, it's beautiful. It's like fairy tale over there. This forest, that's a must see. That's where I saw rhinos. First time in my life, well, except zoo, real wild rhinos. So I guess one more safari. I have 3 activities booked for Diani Beach, but 5 days. So maybe I can figure out more safaris, or maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. I need to see the place to decide. Maybe I'll do something on my own. I guess for today, that's it. I'm going to sleep because again I drink Kenyan beer. Okay, good night.
Well, nothing is perfect. Something unpredicted happened. My travel company booked the train ticket for the wrong date. By accident, they entered wrong month. So I couldn't take the train because it was fully booked for the day. Fortunately, they managed to book me a domestic flight instead. It is even faster than the train, only 1 hour flight from Nairobi to Mombasa. So we had to drive around a bit, to the train station, from the train station, and then to Nairobi Wilson Airport. Meanwhile, I just enjoyed the view. It was my vacation, so I did not allow panic to settle in my mind. Maybe it is time to talk about economy in Kenya, structure of economy in Kenya. The primary sector is agriculture. It is about a quarter of GDP in Kenya, and it's over 60% of all employment in Kenya as well. So they do export tea, coffee, some flowers, vegetables, increasingly avocados as well. Staples like corn, rice, wheat. By the way, one of their national staple foods is ugali. It's something like rice cake, but it's made of corn. The secondary sector of economy is considered to be industry. It contributes less than agriculture in Kenyan GDP, 15 to 20%. So manufacture mostly agro-processing like tea, coffee, dairy, sugar, meat, textiles, cement, consumer goods. They do invest a lot in geothermal, wind and solar, but still rely on traditional energy sector. They do have quite a lot of challenges, like high production cost. Logistics is not very good. Well, compared to China, logistics in most countries in the world is not very good. And they do rely on imports for intermediate goods as well, a lot, which is a challenge in their economy. The services sector is the biggest contributor to Kenyan GDP, over 50%. Key components, well, tourism, of course. That is wild safaris, also coastal beaches like Diani Beach and some others. Also cultural tourism, as you may have guessed. I was visiting Maasai villages and watching Maasai dance. They do have quite developed financial sector. They do have some mobile money, Kenyan style, like in Indonesia, Kris, or in Singapore, Nets, or whatever they call it in many other countries. In Kenya, they have M-Pesa, with hyphen between. It is actually globally recognized, and you can do even some international transfers with this. M-Pesa, they call it. They do have port in Mombasa, quite big one. Airport is also very busy in Kenya. It's considered to be a trade gateway to East and Central Africa. Nairobi is called Silicon Savannah. A lot of tech startups are there, and for some maybe it's hard to believe, but Kenya does have quite a lot of good software developers as well. And visiting their websites, including government websites, I would say the quality may even rival those in Singapore. I don't know why, it's just subjective feeling. In major urban areas, the major source of employment is wholesale and retail. About 80% of Kenyans are employed informally. Reminds me of my country in late 90s or early 2000s. It's important for livelihoods, but taxation and regulation is problematic over there. Externally, they export tea, coffee, some petroleum products, but that's mainly re-exports. Services as well, tourism for example. They do import a lot of oil, petroleum. Kenya runs a trade deficit, a national emergency according to even though I really doubt it's the same situation, sarcastically. So far in sub-Saharan Africa, Kenya is number 3 by economy, after South Africa and Nigeria. But they are developing quite fast, much faster than a lot of their neighbors. So I believe the best times are still ahead of Kenya. Good luck to Kenya.
Swimming and yes, basically it's ducks.
Full day swimming.
Not swimming because we have a beach that is an island. So when you reach to us the beach by a boat.
Diani Beach. Surprisingly, not so much trash. Oh, look. Camels. But this DJI action is so wide angle, it's crazy far. It looks like they're much closer, these camels. Christmas camels. Can ride them, yes? How much is the ride?
What is there?
Huh?
Yes, boss. Aviai.
Who is the boss? How much is the ride? Only me. Yeah, $20? I only have shillings.
2,500 half an hour.
1 hour. Half an hour. How long you are here? Okay, can you give me 10 minutes? I'll just hopefully. Okay, so maybe, I don't know, evening vlog. What is this? Ah, scuba diving thing. Okay. Maybe I'm just taking the camel right away. The butt of a camel. Okay, can I try?
Okay, just come.
1 second.
Just sit.
Whoa! That's a huge camel.
Apparently, Diani Beach is protected by a coral reef, which makes its waters calm. The waters there are also shallow, which is very good for swimming and snorkeling. Camel rides along the beach are a popular activity at Diani Beach, like its iconic mix of coastal Swahili culture and desert tradition. It's one of the few places in East Africa where you can skydive over the ocean. Ukunda town, next to Diani, has a vibrant market with Swahili food, fabrics and crafts that contrast with the luxury resorts. Diani has been named Africa's leading beach destination multiple times by the World Travel Awards. Despite being world-class, it remains less crowded than Zanzibar or Seychelles, giving it a more laid-back vibe.
Hopefully this camel is not very aggressive. Coconuts in here. The problem is they throw them away right there, where they drink them. Diani Beach. Oh shit. Diani Beach. Wasini Island is tomorrow. The tour. With snorkeling. Oh, the wind makes a lot of mess from out of my hair. Which is right in front of my nose. But according to this camera, it's on another planet. Hello. Which way is library? Library is probably all the way in Nairobi. That's his girlfriend. Hello, girlfriend. Or boyfriend. Excuse me, what's his name? Is this a boy, yes? How about that one? Also a boy? Okay. How old he is? How old is he? How old is he? Yes.
12. Like my cat. How about this? I'm how old? 16. Is it a lot for camel? Still young? Already old? Is it still young? 12 years old? Okay. Okay. But how long do they live? How many years? Okay. Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you. Hello, puppies. Lots of puppies. Yeah, how to set it up properly. Okay. Now we're going. Now we're walking. Yeah, but the sun is shining straight into my eyes. Yes, I'm here. Feels better. A little bit better. Super massage. Oh shit. Awesome massage. Stella Angel Touch massage. I'm afraid to find out what is the... Actually I wanted to hang out, not massage. And at least on the beach, not too many places to hang out, looks like. Just getting to know this place. I've never been here. I have no clue. I came here from different parts of Kenya. I have no idea about it. It is close to Mombasa. But not exactly Mombasa. Shadow of the Camel. Hello, Jumbo. Jambo is hello in Swahili, and asante is thank you. Karibu is welcome. End of the lane. Hello. I'm 16 years old. Hello. He doesn't care. Okay, let's go. I forgot his name. 12 years old Camel. And this is his 16 years old friend. I'm not sure, was that the lifeguard? Is there a lifeguard? I'll try swimming tomorrow. Snorkeling place. But over here, I don't know. I don't know what creatures will try to eat me alive. There are sharks. There are no crocodiles here. No saltwater crocodiles though. Who is washing his face in salt water? Whatever. His face will become sticky. Oh shit, he's covering his throat with this water. Tourists. Yeah, the way the traveling agency put it,
you relax at the beach. That's the most terrifying way to spend vacation, to waste vacation, is to relax at the beach. So tomorrow I have island visiting activity what's occurring. After tomorrow safari, Shimba Hills, then Mombasa tour. And now couple more coming. I'm still trying to arrange because 2 days relaxing in hotel, I better shoot myself in the head. I can relax in Singapore, where I live. That's the hotel, full of monkeys that I haven't seen yet. I have to identify them. And yes, they are pretty much same parasites as our Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam long-tailed macaques. Maasai warrior. Is it a warrior? For those who didn't know, even though people use Swahili in Kenya, it's not actually, every tribe here has their own language. Swahili is like something that unites them. It's a mixture of Arabic and Bantu. All business is done in English. What a mess. My hair. That was not Maasai, that is just a guy who put his underwear on his head for some reason. Okay. Finish here. A little bit embarrassing. There is a bunch of guys over here selling things that I don't know what to do with the coconuts. I mean, not just coconuts for drinking, just coconuts. What should I do? Throw it away? Ask somebody to cut a hole and give me a straw. I don't know. In any case, begging, crying, needs yum yum. My kidney. Oh, I need yum yum. I also need yum yum. I'm not really sure he even has kids because there are other bunch of guys like this And they also sell coconuts. Now they also have kids. Ah. Okay, just be careful. Really annoying.